Why do they have nicknames?
You should know what the group is called. BAM.
BAM.
Big ass motherfuckers.
I like how Mike really put it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to BAMPodcast. This time we're talking about Michael Jackson once again. This is my partner, DJ Sue, beside me. DJ Sue, how are you?
I'm doing quite well, sir. In fact, I'm in the mood to take a trip. Let's go to Disneyland. But before we go to Disneyland, we need to time travel to 1986 Disneyland.
Harris, I only have one question. Is Magic Mountain really Ric Flair's penis and not the actual ride? I need to know because I don't want to say some homo shit.
Sir, I think I do believe that you need to stop confusing that with Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain. Okay. There's wait a minute. What's that? Which one is that?
That's the one where you go on the that roller coaster that looks like a train. You're just going around all the mountains and shit.
Okay, I went to Disneyland when I was a kid. I think in '87 or '88.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, around that time. I don't remember shit, man. I was a little kid, dog. I don't remember shit. Well, I do remember like one of my cousins having chickenpox.
Well, when you only
the '80s is wild, bro.
well, look at it like this: when you only went one time and it was in the '80s, and you're too young to remember. Let's just keep it real. Everything is just a blur of Mickey Mouse faces, Goofy faces, Donald faces, and a random Pluto for some reason.
Everybody that grew up in the '80s in a shade of brown, wasn't it?
Yeah, everything was a shade of brown. It wasn't the
burnt orange.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Listen, it wasn't the sexy neon pink and blue. It was none of that.
Only if it's like that is if you lived in LA. I think LA is the only place to where it looked like like a '80s wet dream. That and probably like some parts of New York, maybe.
Nah, 80. Well, technically LA and Miami.
Now, 80s Chicago looked like 80s Chicago.
I would say 80s Chicago was deep in the brown. Please stop me if I'm wrong.
No, stop. Because according to Gary, Indiana, they were deep in the brown. The heron, nigga.
Like you said, burnt orange.
Burnt. It was burnt, all right, nigga. They call heron, nigga. Anyway, so
tell them about the murder rap.
You know what? We talk about Michael Jackson. Well, at least on BAMPodcast, we talk about Michael Jackson because this is DJ Sue's favorite artist of all time. This is my favorite artist of all time. We both have a different passion for her. Eris goes in cosplaying. I think that's just one step below being a furry for Michael Jackson. So, you know,
is it?
You know what, Eris? You're not an impersonator. I think impersonators are the final stage of Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah.
I think they're the final stage.
Yeah, impersonators are the final stage because number one, these motherfuckers actually get tours.
Hey, look,
they perform sold out shows.
Actually, that and the crackheads. You see them films of them dudes that be like them little crackhead ass niggas that be in every city in America. Yo, the one that got me was a nigga in Memphis. What about us? I'm like, this nigga is killing it.
Someone had the nerve to put a big ass industrial sized fan in front of him.
No, there was the black dude. There was one dude that was down at Chinatown.
Yeah.
Yo, we're in Chinatown, DC. That motherfucker was literally moonwalking across the whole thing. Everybody was like rooting him on and everything. Like he was doing
Oh
Billie Jean.
God.
It was so funny. Yeah, those dudes are the final stage of Michael Jackson fans. They're the
Okay.
final stage.
All
The
right.
final boss.
All right. Confession time.
Yes, sir.
2013, Nagoya, Japan. Halloween night. We were on our way to a costume party, and I was asked by my wonderful Nihonjin friends to do it because a couple of years prior to that, there was a little song called Hollywood Tonight, where and everybody's been trying to do it ever since. Of like that part where homegirl moonwalks across the street.
Oh my God, Aaron.
I was dressed as Smooth Criminal MJ, and I did it with gusto.
See, that's cosplaying though. That's different.
It was cosplaying.
No, I'm talking about these are niggas that wake up, wet their hair,
Yeah.
wet their hair.
Cake on the makeup, if you will.
Okay, some of them do. Some of them light themselves up. Some say, "No, I'm brown, Mike." Speaking of which, Eris, did you hear one of these little Gen Zers out here talking about Michael Jackson didn't make no money until he sold out and became white? I'm like, nigga, that's untrue. He was
Hey,
making way more money before 1994.
I would like to. I wish I can. I wish I can meet one of these said Gen Zers and just look at them with a smile on my face and say, "Shut up."
Yeah, I know.
Just
look.
shut up.
It's like this. Technically, half of Bad was Bad was still Brown Mike.
Bad was recording wise. It was done from 85.
Mm-hmm.
It started from 85 all the way up to 87.
Mm-hmm. So
2.5 to 3 years of straight recording sessions. You know how many songs that is? How many songs that are completed, like straight up finished and just shelved? Songs that didn't even make it onto the album.
You know what, man? It's like and we will never hear half of these until Timberlake.
No. Fuck that. I don't want no producer really touching any of the completed songs. We're not gonna
not the completed songs. Oh hell no.
We're not gonna hear these songs that have been put on the shelf until Sony decides, oh yeah, we did buy his catalog and we did buy some other stuff of his, and we kind of work with the estate, because right now the estate ain't trying to do shit as far as releasing music, and it's clearly showing with that Thriller 40, that god awful garbage that they released.
How bad was that?
Okay, I'm gonna say this: since Michael's death, the amount of give a fuckitude started like right about here with the Michael album in 2010. Mm-hmm. And then jumped way up here with Bad 25, where they went out, they pulled out all the stops. Like, you know how when you buy a pair of Jordan 17s and that shit came with the suitcase?
I'm just mad that you described it to shoes, but yes.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Well, in the case of Bad 25, Bad 25 literally came with a suitcase that was styled in Michael Jackson's Bad jacket, and it came with a bunch of shit. Like a whole bunch of stuff, even a replica ticket from his concert from the Bad tour. And it also gave us a bunch of songs that were completely unreleased, never heard of. I'm talking about songs that haven't been leaked, songs that just didn't exist until they were unearthed. You know, during the time of putting together this collection. After Bad 25, everybody was expecting, Dangerous 25, and that went off. That was a whisper.
That wasn't going to happen.
No, there was nothing. There was nothing. We got the road to Off the Wall as a part of, I guess, celebrating Off the Wall, where if you bought the album, it came with a little piece of chalk, and on the back of it's got the brick wall and stuff, like on the back of the CD book. That was kind of cool. That was cute, but outside the Blu-ray of the documentary, that was it. Then we fast forward to Thriller 40, and you would think that the one album, which I like to call his most overrated album, it's a great album, don't get me wrong, it's a masterpiece, but y'all overrate the hell out of Thriller.
You know what? You have every right to say that's overrated. Like, as much as I hate you saying that, because personally, that's my favorite. That's my favorite album of Mike's. Much like Tupac's, All Eyes on Me. No, no, you know what I mean?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Shout out to CJ, y'all.
Yeah.
He said it hurts me to hear that. Hey, CJ, welcome to the truth, Negro.
Yo, but here's the thing: Thriller is overrated because white people overrated Thriller itself. Number one, that was the biggest. You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
song. I love Beat It, but come on, it ain't bad. Beat It is not bad. Let's get that right to right.
Not even
So,
close.
so I understand that. Human Nature was what?
Human Nature was just a song.
Was that on Thriller?
Yes, it
Well,
was.
that was on Thriller, so that will work.
But it was just a song, not written by him. It was popular as hell, but nothing. There was no short film. There wasn't
Put it this way.
nothing.
Put
It
it
was
this
just
way.
on the radio.
Put it this way. I'm not even gonna go that far about comparing the two and all that, because those was almost different times. Because remember, Michael was revolutionizing what the video was.
Oh
So by
yeah,
the time
you're talking about a
so
5-year
yeah,
period.
yeah. So that was shit changing over time. We're not even gonna go that far with that. Now, what I'm trying to say is that yeah, it's overrated. Just keep it like that. It's overrated. I like Thriller. It's over the fucking rated. Team Off the Wall. Off the Wall. Look, okay.
Y'all the ones that are holding on to the last ounce of disco before it burned out, which is
That
ironic because that was a song on the album.
look, yes, you are a disco fan, or you like that weird time in the 70s where that funk and disco thing kind of blended in with each other. I understand that. Okay, here's my thing about this. This is just D's theory. When it comes to black people, older black people, you like Off the Wall because that's the last time Michael was really black.
Oh, shut up!
I have
Every
heard
last
that.
one of
You
them.
have heard me. You have heard that from a Gen
Oh.
Xer. You have heard that from a boomer, bruh. You have heard that, yeah.
I swear every time I hear that, I just cringe because I'm like, oh, shut up. He was still black when Thriller came out.
I
God,
will have to say yes.
he was still black.
I
Come
will have to,
on.
no. Check
Oh,
this out.
most slept on track is "Baby Be Mine." Is it?
On Thriller, God, see now I got to pull up Thriller. See,
It's only 9 songs.
but that ain't the point. No, I ain't gonna go into that. The point is, but it's just so funny that I really think a lot of people love Off the Wall because it is.
Lewis, I hate you. It is the Cookout album. Off the Wall. Off the Wall is the Cookout album.
Oh God, Grandma, look, Auntie put the cigarette in her mouth. Whoa, girl, go ahead now. It's one of those.
Everybody line dancing to "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough."
All right, look. Do you want to know the truth?
Yes, CJ, you are.
All right,
3-finger
I
pointing
guess you're
old
right.
man. You can listen. You can defend. Hey, you know what? Real quick before you say your thing, D, I'll say this. Hey, CJ, you want to know something that you and I have in common? Being bad and Off the Wall fans. They were both albums that got shitted on at the Grammys.
See, look, here's the thing, and I think that's what it is. Like, Negro, you had your time. We don't care how fabulously white and how greasy your hair is. You're never going to get it, Mike. They shunned Mike when he did that shit.
Twice.
So here's the thing. God, where were we at? Captain EO.
No. I was gonna segue it by saying this. Where we're at right now is the wonderful in-between time this was that wonderful in-between albums era of Mike. This was after Thriller and right before Bad. And let's be honest, unless you went to Disney World and you saw this movie, for some reason, people must have fell asleep between 84 and 87, where they clearly couldn't see with this with this short film alone that, yo, Mike looking a little light skinned here. What's going on? This was 86. This was 2 years after the Thriller short film came out. And yet, hold on, but yet 1 year later, suddenly everybody goes, why does Mike look more white now? Like, dude, this is how he looked when Bad came out from Captain EO. Shut up. Buy the album.
Look. You know, we just talked about Mike being white and all the rest of that. We're not doing this. I'm not doing.
No, I'm not doing it either.
We're not. Look. Now let's make it very clear. As me and Eris go into different songs and different projects that Mike has done, yes, we'll have to bring up everything. You know what I mean? We'll have to end up talking about the case, which I don't feel like talking about ever. I don't feel like talking about none of the cases. But
I really don't feel like turning into attorney tsunami. I really
you know
don't
what I
feel
mean?
like doing it.
And I don't want you to do that because you know.
See, Lewis, you're a part of the problem. But continue, D.
See, Moonwalker, we're definitely going to F and do.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
We're going to talk about Moonwalker. We're going to talk about the American Dream again because that needs to be talked about. I want you out of this house. We have to. I want you out. I don't want child.
Angela Bassett again. Stop going for the Oscar, please.
I always wanted this Soul Train Award. Thank you so much. I don't want child. Yo, Kiki didn't make it.
And thank you for rerunning this on CBS
every year on CBS.
Every year on CBS during the 90s. Shut up, CJ. DJ Sue, attorney at law.
Oh my God, yeah. Silly.
It is. Because that's a mini series, sir.
It is. And like I said, we'll talk about it one day. And like we'll have to bring up all those little issues and all the rest of that. But me and Eris are team, we are these teams. Number one, they can have Villalago. Get over it. We are also team. Look, man. He should have had look, them kids were a little bit too close, but he ain't touched none of them niggas. We're also team. Hey, if you were a rapist, you would fuck Macaulay Culkin. So why Dave Chappelle had me die with that?
No. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we get into it. See, when it comes to the whole allegations and that wonderful dumpster fire from HBO called Leaving Neverland.
I would never watch that.
I will never watch. No.
But, look,
hold on. Let me just say this. And I say this to anybody out there, especially if you're a parent. Someone hurts. I'm just gonna say someone hurts your child.
Mm-hmm.
You're left with two options. You only have two options. There's none. Don't even try to do that whole hood, ghetto, gangster, tough father, parent, whatever bullshit. You have two options. Who are you calling? The cops or the lawyers? Who are you calling first? What did every last one of these people do that went after Mike? Every last one of them called the lawyers. Not a single one of them called the cops.
Also, I will also say this: the FBI, who put hookers in front of Dr. King, and Dr. King said, "I'll take one and I'll take two."
No, but I'm dead serious.
Is he the count? I don't know. I guess he is now.
No, I'm dead serious. Every last one of these scumbags called the lawyers instead of the police.
All of them. This is supposed to be my Michael Jackson. All right, Eris, look, this is supposed to be my Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to fucking focus up because these people at home, they don't understand that you're supposed to be taking you seriously. And you gonna throw up them two ashy ass niggas.
I'm dead serious when I said it, but I use that image to be like, Think about it, nigga. Think about it.
No, why I gotta think about it in red pill? Thinks in red pill.
No, D thinks in
Ponders.
D, stop it. I
Ponders
only
in
wanted to use it
misogyny.
once. I only
Ponders in misogyny.
No, D ponders and deplatformed. But anyways.
Well, all right. So we're here to talk about so Eris,
Yes.
Michael Jackson, much like every light-skinned person, always gotta do shit extra big for no fucking reason. So when
That's
So
fair.
when this was approached by Michael Jackson, for the first, as he was talking about this shit, I want the finest director on this thing. I was talking to him, Francis Ford Coppola. He said he's gonna come in on this thing. Okay, Michael, it's a space project. I don't think Francis. He's here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well,
It feels like there's a lot. There was a lot on this. That's what I'm saying. When you hear that he was the director, and when you see that George Lucas wrote the screenplay, and just everything looks Star Warsy as fuck, it's just like holy
would you
shit.
like to know something interesting about this film?
Go ahead.
Francis Ford Coppola was not the first person that was chosen to direct.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes. You want to know who this was originally, who was originally going to direct this?
I'm gonna say Spielberg.
Yes, you are 100% correct.
Yeah, that makes the most sense, man. It just makes the most sense because you know how people just like swing for the fence and don't try to get anybody else.
I mean, but let's just take a look here at everything that we got going on. We got Francis Ford Coppola as the director and writer. George Lucas is the writer.
Mm-hmm.
You're also bringing in Michael Jackson, Angelica Houston, music by James Horner.
Yeah.
The production companies of both Lucasfilm and Walt Disney and 3DD Studios. Distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Sir, this had a budget of $23.7 million. In 2022 money, that is about $63 million. For an 18-minute attraction that was shot on 70 millimeter film.
The lines better be long as fuck. All of these lines better be long as hell. I'm sorry. Wait. Let's put this in perspective, y'all. Yes, it's in 3D, but
technically, nope. 40, sir. This was one of the first 40 films to exist.
That being said, y'all, that is like seeing a Miramax. That's like literally seeing, I was going to say Miramax, like seeing an IMAX film. You're literally seeing an IMAX film for the first time years before everybody. I get why it was, like I said, everybody and their mama better be in line.
Not just that. Not just only that, D. No, it really goes deeper than that. See, I look at it like this. Hey, you know how whenever you go to a theater today and you see that little option, that overpriced option called the 4DX experience?
Yep.
Captain EO's waving at you like, you're welcome.
We started that. It was Michael Jackson. What was that, D?
See, D, you got to go extra with it. I just be like, MJ spin next.
Sparkles.
The Moonwalker video game spin.
You know what? Here's the thing. I already think Michael Jackson had sparkles. It's glitter. But he just like shake like that, like
Every time he kicked, the sparkles come out.
He did that shit on purpose, man. I would do that shit to fuck people up and like, here comes Michael Jackson. Hi.
People get sent 40 feet away.
It hurts. No. But when you do it, because like I said, it's glitter, right?
Yeah.
But when you do it, gotta show the reality of it. People beside are like, shit, nigga. Go ahead, man. What the hell? Oh shit.
All right, that's a good one.
Oh,
Leaves and Shamon.
Shamo.
But
So,
no, like in all seriousness, this thing was shot on 70mm film in
yeah,
'86.
in impressive and all for. And then now I got a question, Eris. Not because you probably know this a little bit better than me. Because I know this all is a conjunction of Epcot. This was supposed to be one of the bigger attractions in Epcot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and Epcot was all about the future. See, that's the one part I didn't go to as a kid. I didn't go to Epcot. If I did, I don't remember a fucking thing. But, but like I said, like that was all about the future of man and shit like that, right? It was like a
Right.
lot of space themed stuff. So yeah.
Not just
So
space, but just where we're going in the future because overseas, I believe it was promoted as Tomorrowland.
mhm.
And
now,
and here in the States it was Epcot.
now that being said, Eris, you saw this.
Bear in mind, I did not see this until I did not see this in its heyday back in the 80s.
No, no,
I wasn't in the States during the 80s.
no. Mhm.
However, I did see this in 2012. And I got the proof here at Tokyo Disneyland, the Captain EO tribute.
They capped the EO tribute because they had now this came out after Mike had passed away, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and that
From
was
2010 until 2014.
mhm. And it was one of those it was one not only that's how it looks a little bit more closer. Look at how overly epic this shit is. Now I'm seriously, nigga, look at this shit.
No,
I
not overly epic. Just look how 80s this is. This was the
yeah, dude.
this was the type of movie posters that you only see in 80s films. Like when it was going to be like a huge epic thing, you always had like your main stars being the big faces on the like on front of the on front of the poster.
Like this though. Just come on, everybody. now, as a kid, I will now. This is just me as a kid. When I saw this, when I saw the posters as a kid, I always thought that it was like a 30-minute video. And I
Mhm.
heard that I always heard that you only see this in Disney.
Yeah, you
But
can only see the Disney.
yeah, I always knew that. But I heard it was like a 30-minute movie and it was like a serious long movie and the only song that was in it was Another Part of Me. That was what I always knew. Another Part of Me was always in that movie. And I thought it was longer and almost, I thought it was like a play,
Yeah,
nigga.
like you think it would be like a stage play or something, but no, this thing only ran for 18 minutes.
18 minutes. So, oh yeah, put it back up. The one thing that got me though was as a kid was, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Okay, what are you pointing to?
See that motherfucker. What the fuck is that?
Oh, you talking about Fuzzball next to him?
Fuzzball.
Yeah, that's his little sidekick, Fuzzball.
You know what? Here's my thing. Because the person who wrote this is fucking George Lucas. I can hear it. Come on, put the little fuzzball on here. It's gonna be nice, Michael. This thing ain't gonna hurt me, is it?
Please, Michael. If anything, Mike was like, "Ooh, can I keep him on my shoulder? Matter of
It
fact, can I take him with me?"
doesn't even work. Now, here's the thing. Michael, look, all right, this is some shit. I'm real shit about to spit, Eris. Michael does represent something that I because the miniseries showed it so well. Um, m- Remember when Michael as a kid, every time he wanted to do anything soft, Joe would, come upside his head, punch him in the face, drop kick him. Why you thinking about sunshine, nigga? Shit like that, right?
Put him in the
So
RKO.
you know what I mean? And Michael grew up weird. So I always said that boys should show some type of softness and some shit like that. Not even like a bad thing. Just if they want like cute stuff, let them like cute stuff. If they like that, like that. I know a lot of dudes that like all that. I know dudes that love like wearing lolicon shit, and they're
Mhm.
like, lifting weights and shit, got girlfriends and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like even, and they like it, not like they go out there da 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 da, oh da dee dee. They do all that crap. They
Mhm.
love it, and it's like, nigga, you a homo. Like let the dude like what they like. So when I see Michael with like all the little plushies, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of my kids, because my oldest son is 15. And he has a Pikachu suit.
Yeah. Now you got kids and full and grown ass adults running around in onesies.
My son got a onesie. I'm like, okay. Because D knows personally, I would have been called the F word so much by everybody in my house, my dad included. My middle son still wants plushies. I'm thinking like real like I'm like, please Tay, you're supposed to be the rough one. He's like, oh, I just want, it's soft and cuddly. Don't say that word, nigga. But it goes to the little TikToks where dudes are frolicking in the grass and girls like, ugh, why you acting gay? It's like, let the man be happy. So I was thinking to myself, Mike was enjoying this shit. Look at George. Well, I didn't know he was going to be so enthusiastic, but here we are.
Well, get this. There's been Lucas came to the defense of one Michael Joseph Jackson in this project. See, Walt Disney, in all of their infinite wisdom, thought that Mike's voice was too high pitched, and they wanted to change it. Of course, Mike knew nothing about this until he had heard that George Lucas vetoed that idea.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
That's why.
Oh, because they thought that him playing the character, the main character of Captain EO, having a voice like that, no one would take him seriously.
This is Michael Jackson.
It's Michael Jackson, right?
It's Michael Jackson.
At the end of the day, Michael Jackson is gonna be Michael Jackson.
I'm like, dog, that doesn't make any freaking sense to me.
Now, if you want to see, now hold on, now if you want to see Mike in a different capacity, where the first time you see it, if you're really not paying attention, and then you don't find out until after the short film is over, you go, wait a minute, that was Mike? Watch the short film Ghosts.
Which we'll do. I don't know
He
what we'll
was
do. We'll do that. But that caught me off guard because I
like,
was like,
he was the mayor.
Here's the funny thing. I knew it was him, but I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was one of those things like,
look, D,
that ain't Mike.
no, D, it's like Dave Chappelle said, you gotta look in the eyes, not the noses. And he wasn't wrong, because when you look at his eyes, I'm like, oh, that's Mike.
Shut up.
No, it's Mike.
Shut up. Noses. You know what? I wanted to as a laugh. See, here's the funny thing, Eris. You and I will do the Flex movie before we ever touch Leaving Neverland. You know what I mean? But I
About
always
six
about
times.
6 times over. But here's the thing: I dread the day we finally get our motherfucking Patreon and it's good. All right, what Michael Jackson do? The Flex movie.
Shit. Wait, how much they pledge? I'm like, hold up, how much they pledge? All right, fuck it, let's do it.
The free tickets to we all trying to go to Dragon Con. So I'm gonna need you to fill this whole basket. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah. So this movie, like I said, and that's just weird. The Francis Ford Coppola is a part of this fucking movie.
And it was Coppola who gave MJ his name of Captain EO, which is based on the Greek god of a Greek goddess of dawn.
What you trying to say, motherfucker?
See, Hood Mike, Gary Mike would have said that.
What you trying to say, man?
But because Mike loves Disney and worshipped Walt Disney, he was with it. He was with the shits.
Also, my dad. Also, as much as I didn't like fucking Joe, my dad always told me, "Don't say no to a fucking check, boy," and I ain't gonna say no to this one.
Well, you gotta remember, he wanted to do movies ever since he, ever since he did ever since he did The Wiz.
Yeah, Mike, like you always said, Mike was always like his his heroes were dancers and shit, and fucking homie from Singing in the Rain and shit. Like he really always loved those guys that had those
Fred
big
Astaire.
Fred Astaire, thank you. He loved those motherfuckers dudes that had those performances like that. He always wanted to do shit like that.
Mhm.
And this essentially is just the next level of that shit. And Mike revolutionized the whole game when it came to it because he studied from men like him and he danced like niggas like James Brown. So
James
they
Brown. James, well, to be
he,
hold on, like to really call it all together full circle. James Brown, Jackie Wilson, Fred Astaire,
yeah,
who was
Jackie Wilson. Yeah, you're right, Jackie Wilson. Yeah,
yeah, and even, you know what? And he looked up to Sammy Davis.
yeah. He looked at the Sammy Davis. I don't know his relationship with Little Richard though. I forgot his. I don't know about Little Richard.
Negro, did you not know when he bought ATV Publishing and owned the rights to all those people's musics, he gave Little Richard his masters.
Oh yeah, you know that sweet nigga. Oh baby, shit. Oh my god. So I gotta suck your dick. No, I don't. Oh my god. Thank you, Michael.
It's like, do I gotta do that? Shut up.
Shut up. No, seriously. Do I? I just not. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
But he did. But
Shit,
no.
nigga. Look,
But no.
look,
But
look.
you.
Look, Little Richard, old gay nigga. So he actually is bisexual. He's not gay. He's just really bisexual. He just leads into into the gay a lot.
But he did. But he gave him his mask. That was the first thing he did after he bought ATV Publishing. Was he gave Little Richard all of his masters.
I think when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to Mike and like who he looked up to, you can really see how his influence actually spilled over into like everything in the next generation, all the rest of that shit. I gotta find out who the fuck seen this. I just saw it in passing today. They said the greatest R&B song ever made was fucking Confessions by Usher, and I'm like, wait a minute. Probably.
Lord.
What's this? I'm like, that can't be. It might be.
But check this out, D. If I can get just getting back into the production of this.
Yes, sir.
So 86, Captain EO made use of all of his 3D effects.
Mhm.
Like action on the screen extended into the audience. And we're talking asteroids, laser impacts, smoke effects, star fields that filled the theater. Like these effects is what resulted in the 17-minute film costing nearly $30 million to produce.
And if you see it, is literally like even if when you see it on YouTube, you can tell that the thing's spinning toward the camera, what's
Mhm.
flying past the camera. Now, again, Eris, people need to understand this was a fucking leap in how
Yes.
visuals were because that would end up changing everything and melting into everything else, man.
And this was also considered one of the most, in fact, it was the most expensive film ever produced on a per minute basis, averaging about $1.8 million a minute.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, $1.8 million a minute. Walt Disney Imagineering and Eastman Kodak used 70 millimeter 3D photography to shoot the
Oh,
film.
yeah. I forgot when you do that little up in photography and like you know how big the film is. It's yeah.
But 18 minutes, $30 million in 1986 money. Sorry, 1985, because the what is it? Captain EO began filming July 15th of 85.
Remember, we was talking about dog, that is insane for that time, man. In 85. That's what's really getting me. Like this ain't like 91
Mhm.
where when they did like what was that Apollo when they did Apollo 13 or one of those movies where they was like, yeah, we did it was one of those movies. It wasn't like, Independence
Not
Day.
Apollo Space Odyssey.
No, it wasn't the Apollo Jones. It wasn't the right stuff. I don't
God,
think
no, it wasn't the right
it
stuff.
wasn't the right stuff. I don't think it was that, man. But it was some other movie where early on, was it The Abyss? It couldn't be The Abyss.
Probably The Abyss.
I don't know, but whatever. But that, like I said, that film is fucking expensive, you know. It makes no sense. What for? And you think for an attraction, like I said, everybody and their mom would have to go in there. Now I got a question. It was innovative to the point where people could shoot lasers back in the at the thing, right? Was it one
Hmm.
of those?
They were doing that. Well, it was also what made what took advantage of the 3D was there was a part in the film where I guess like the foot soldiers or whatever, and they came in and they had like those stinger staff things. They were pointing them at Mike, but at the same time they were pointing them at the audience, and they made it look like they were trying to stab at you with them.
God damn it, 80s. I wish I was like. I mean, that was right after the Cold War was about to end. The Cold War was ending. We
Vietnam was over.
America was like, nigga. Money was good. Everything was all right. Cocaine fucking up the community, but niggas was getting stuff stopped, nigga. But at least everybody was getting high. That's what I was about to say anyway. But that was a lot of money, man. That's a lot of fucking money. And now in the tribute one, now I'm
Hmm.
just gonna guess in the tribute one, you ain't had no fucking laser and nothing like that to shoot.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so in the tribute one, it's slightly scaled down. It's nowhere near as grandiose as it was back in the 80s.
Mhm,
Because yeah, from the 2010 version, it didn't include the in theater laser or starfield effects,
mhm,
but it did use the hydraulics for the chairs. It used the it was an LED floodlighting, which was new to the theaters at the time. Um, they did use the little sprinklers, like water. There were like hidden water sprayers that shot water at you. Um, and they also had something else. Uh, God, there was some other stuff they used too, but that was really it. It wasn't like the full thing.
yeah, I would expect not to be, man. Especially would be scaled down after there was words and all the rest of that. The thing that gets me is that even though I know people that have been down to Disney World, I don't know nobody that's seen this. You are the only person I know that has actually seen this.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's funny as like I said, that's just funny as hell to me, man. It is what is a it's niche, but there are a bunch of people that seen it, but ah,
Well, see, if
God,
you
man, it's like a Neo Geo to me, man. It's like somebody
not
on it.
really, not really, because when this came out, this thing was very like it was definitely popular when it came out. Because bro, look at the run that it had.
Well, yeah.
This thing ran from 86 to 98.
And that's what I'm saying. Well, I can't understand who would see it and who wouldn't see it. Of course, kids my age, not a lot of them would see it anyway. You know what I mean? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Even back in '98, but whatever. But still, man. I remember seeing the one thing I do remember seeing a lot from this is, of course, this whole set. Now, Mike, no, not Mike. I mean, well, Eris, I don't mean to call you Michael, but sometimes I have to because I
Boy.
like I want the shirt he has.
Oh, you can get that.
Yeah, I want the shirt. That's all I want. Like I don't know about the jacket. The jacket is a lot.
No, I like no, fuck
that
that.
was
I
yeah. I was
fucks
about
with
to
the
ask you.
no,
Now I
I
was about to
fucks
ask
with
you.
the whole outfit. I do.
Down to the I was gonna say starburst packets all over.
Well, I got
That
this.
shit worked though. That shit worked though, man.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. I got the book called "Dressing the King of" was yeah dress. No, it was called "The King of Style: Dressing Michael Jackson,"
Mhm,
written by Michael Bush.
uh-huh.
I have that book, and yes, the same guy who did along with what's his name, along with I'm trying to remember the other one. It was Michael Bush, and I believe oh god, the other guy escapes me. He passed away, unfortunately.
Mhm,
Um, they were both Michael's um designers, all of
mhm.
his costume designers. Like every single costume that he has worn from, I want to say from Thriller. No, not even from Thriller, because the person who made his Thriller jacket was someone else. But when Michael Bush came in to do his Thriller jacket when he went on tour, I want to say from about 85, 86, all the way up until his death, he did this costume.
Hmm. So he would do the Thriller jacket, the Tekken boss. jacket, the
You mean
hold on, hold on,
you
hold
mean
on,
the
hold
King
on.
of Fighters
No, yeah,
military jacket from
the
history?
I was going to say that one. I was going to say the other one that I saw where it was all the silver and black one. Like,
Yes.
yeah, the Tekken boss one. The other one where he looks like a boss in World Heroes. Mike had a lot of jackets that were leather and had the temperature of a fucking glacier. I don't understand it, yeah.
Well, because one thing he
Like
did not
colors popped on that nigga.
he
Yeah, it was look. Yes, it was the bleach skin, but the nigga looked bad.
no see, but the thing
Pun
is
intended.
the thing is he always said he wants everyone to dress like him. Therefore, his stuff had to be unique. Like when you see what I'm wearing, you're gonna want to wear it too.
Of
And
course.
which is why a lot of his stuff had to be custom. It was all custom design.
Mhm. Yeah, I would expect that shit, man.
Now the Captain EO shit, that shit always worked with me because when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, how did they incorporate the LEDs like all over the jacket, the belt? I mean, everything. I mean, the suit is like that.
I
And
gotta
I just
yeah.
wish because there like no shit. I would cosplay this if I could find it. But no one see only one person. There's only one person I met at San Diego Comic-Con who he actually had to get like he commissioned this to get made.
I was gonna say one thing for you. The much like a Spider-Man suit. What's up with the crotch area? Well, how you gonna work that, man?
Flexibility, sir. It's
All right, cool.
flexibility.
All right, look.
Look, this is a nigga that's kicking, spinning, moonwalking, pop locking. You need that flexibility, man.
I need to put all my dick in a pocket. He needs to be all in one place. I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking of Dave Chappelle.
Look, man,
Perm,
Dan.
perm press hair. Little
Look, D,
metal.
stop it. All right, I get it. I get it. Dan's belts weren't a thing yet.
Oh man, Mike wore everything tight because Mike because the suit. Because, come on, man, the rock star was still in for a lot of shit for a lot of niggas. And he had to wear everything tight, man. Plus, it was the '80s.
That's, to answer your question, CJ. No, you can't. You cannot find a replica costume of
I think
Captain EO.
I think you can.
This is something you have to make.
You have to make it. You have to make that from
You
scratch.
can find every other costume that Mike has ever worn. Easy. This one, this is the one that escapes everybody. Like you guys have seen the costumes that I've gotten. Like I've gotten the bad jacket. I still have the bad jacket, but I got the bad jacket. I had the bad tour bodysuit, the silver one with the belt buckles on the arms. I had that one. I wore that thing until that shit rotted. So
that joke fell apart like
that thing fell apart. So I got to get another one. But I had the pants, and I still got my smooth criminal boots. All that stuff could be replicated, could be made. It's fine. Unfortunately, the Captain EO one is the one that escapes. Like only certain people, and of course, Michael Trapson, he got the Captain EO suit, which I'm pretty sure he had to have that one made.
Again, he's a final stage Michael Jackson. Nigga, he a full-on final stage. Speaking of final stage and people on of the stage, Angelica Houston is in this movie and looking like hexadecimal.
Technically, sir.
She looks like a Cenobite.
No, let's get one thing straight. This costume of Angelica Houston, which by the way, she had to sit through 3 hours of makeup per day.
Per day?
Per day.
Nigga, I would try to knock it out in one day. I know that ain't gonna happen.
It's not. No, you ain't gonna do that. But she had to do 3 hours of makeup a day to look like this. Not only that, from my understanding, this costume was hell. This whole design gave inspiration to the Borg Queen from Star Trek First Contact and Star Trek Voyager.
Okay, now let's stop right here. Eris, in the middle of watching this, I was saying to myself how Mike, they were showing Mike was like, doing his power zapping and all the rest of that shit, shit like that.
Yeah.
He didn't do that, y'all. No, he didn't do that. Missed opportunity, I know. But when he did it, I noticed oh, so this is basically Michael fought the Borg and beat him. And you're telling me that this will later on inspire the writers of fucking Star Trek. Yeah,
Correct.
this makes a whole lot of sense. And again, keeping it the full circle of inspiring people, Star Wars person, George Lucas was behind all this. Yeah, let's just make it look like this. Maybe
But
they could
which
be, and I might consider.
no, I mean, no, seriously. When you go back and look at the Borg Queen, it's this.
It really is that, young.
Like same thing, suspended in midair with cables. It's literally the Borg Queen.
And you can really say, and I can, yeah, you can say like, well, look at her head. It kind of reminds you of a xenomorph. Yeah, yeah, you can go for
Yeah,
the
it's
HR
got that
Geiger look.
too.
Yeah, it looked like it came out of HR Geiger. Yeah, it did look like the last boss in Super Contra. You know what I mean? I get it. Yeah,
Hold on. Go actually put that picture back up.
Angelica Houston.
Now, this is Angelica Houston, right?
Uh-huh.
I want everybody that's watching this podcast, I want y'all to take a look at this image. Now, I'm about to tell you something. So, before they went with Angelica Houston, this was originally going to be Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall.
Yep. Can't even look at this the same, can you?
I mean, it wouldn't be that. Look. Here's the funny thing. All she did was this. This is all she did through the whole thing. Me. So, could Shelley Duvall do that?
Hold on. Until
Maybe.
that is, of course, until Mike using the power of song and dance and transform the whole thing into, like an ancient Greek paradise. Yeah, and then we get to see her in the see-through kind of silk.
Look,
come on.
look, it's Angelica Houston. She looks like a beautiful woman now. Now, if it was Shelley Duvall, I get it. Thank you.
No, I'm glad she didn't talk. That's the thing. No. That's the thing. That's the thing. When the magic worked and everything changed, she didn't talk.
She didn't talk.
She just appeared very angelic like and didn't say a word. And I'm like,
Didn't say nothing.
That's how you do
it. She should have said, "Ew, you have the juice now."
Hang on. All right. Shelley wasn't that. Go back and watch The Shining, my guy. Then
all right, no, okay, look, that wasn't her fault. That wasn't her fault. That was motherfucking Stanley Kubrick's fault for going to her every time.
Yeah, he did. You forget, Stanley Kubrick hated Shelley Duvall the entire time they filmed that movie.
He purposely said, "Cut, you're a fucking cunt. Do it again."
Can't swing a bat for shit. This is the best take we got.
No, do it again. She does it again. He literally on her face. That's what I think of your mom. Do it again. You know what? Here's the thing, y'all. Much like Mike dealing with his dad, I like the results of how Shelley Duvall was in Shining. She was a terrified, beaten woman. Stanley got the performance out that he wanted. A little bit of abuse goes a little bit long way, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
But the other thing about Angelica Houston in this, the other reason why she got picked for this was because
the body for it.
No, not that. She was like 2 years prior to this. She was in that. It was a space comedy parody movie called The Ice Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
In which they parody space operas and swashbuckling pirate flicks.
Oh God, that sounds terrible in 2 seasons. Okay.
And she was right for it. Speaking of which, this was not going to be originally called Captain EO.
It's gonna be called what? Like Space Pirate Dandy. Jesus, D.
I mean, you're not off. You're not that off. This was originally going to be called Space Knights.
Okay. That being said, I thought I had a picture of the ragtag team he had. Okay.
Yes, the literal ragtag team. We're not saying that just to be funny. Like Michael's team and Captain EO is literally led by a ragtag
Listen to
crew.
me. Listen to D. Listen to D. Real talk. I know that's Michael Jackson. I will sit for it. If that was any other movie that literally told me a ragtag bunch of, I will get up and leave the movie theater. I don't
You would
have
have left it.
time for this.
You would have left. You would have left the theater, sir, because if you ever seen the trailer for Captain EO, it says that.
It says that, but still, you know that's what I'm saying, yo. When you have the gall to say ragtag, you just the whole seriousness out of the whole thing. We know, we know where all this is going. All right, so first off, he has the navigators, who are
Yeah,
two.
the double-headed
I got, you know
navigators.
what? Now I gotta find a picture of these people, man. Hold up, man. I thought I had one. I thought I did, man. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. Man, and because now who did that? Now when it came to the suits, not to the suits, to the puppets, that was all Disney, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
It was all Disney. I thought this was like it wasn't like no Jim Henson or nothing like that. It was
Nah, I
just
wouldn't. Nah, I
their
wouldn't.
production.
Yeah.
Okay, I found one. That's a perfect one. That's a perfect one. Perfect. Do 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 do. Okay, so in the middle. Jesus Christ, this thing look like shit now. Oh, yo, look at
Ah.
Mike. Mike that hit the blunt. He blazed. He went to the hole.
Hit the blood.
Tony Cox, yes, that Tony Cox.
Yes, the Hooter, the clumsy elephant, that is played by Tony Cox.
I got a question, Eris. Just real quick about Hooter, and I look. We're not going to go into all the antics of what Hooter did, but I got a question, Eris. He's a liability. He's a liability. He's a liability. Why is he even on that crew? Honestly, everything is his fault. Piece of shit.
I mean, he did almost get MJ capped.
Capped. Capped, and we're not even playing with that word capped. You have the navigators in the middle right there. It was so funny. I was watching this with Angie, right?
Hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, that's one entity," and I just fell out.
Yeah, they have names, by the way. Idy and Odie.
Idy and Odie. Okay, there you go.
The robotic security officer, Major Domo,
Major Domo, who turns into a drum set.
and the small one, who's Minor Domo. Get it? Major, minor.
What the hell was that?
And let's be real, the probably the most useful one out of everybody is sitting on Mike's left shoulder there, Fuzzball.
Yep, that's right, fuzzball. And Angie said this, and this is a good. She said this analogy. Oh, so everybody in the crew, oh, like she's like, I could like how everything was going chaotic. Angie was like this. I think this is an analogy for how Michael Jackson was on the Jackson 5. Do you know this chick sat the rest of the time, didn't even pay attention to what happened in the rest of the video, trying to figure out who was who?
Well, I can tell you this.
Who was the fuck up? Who was the fuck up? Who was Hooter? Who was Hooter? Who's Hooter, nigga?
At some point, I would say, depending on what tour it was, Marlon.
Marlon, told you.
The whole body roll.
The whole body roll. The fact that, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know the other reason why Mike didn't like him? I swear, every time we come in the backstage, the coat gone. with a coat up your nose, not mine, not Tito, the one who bought it. Yeah, I bought it. Mike sticking up for Tito in this. In this scenario, he with Tito. Like, yeah, man. Every time we try to party, you already anyway.
I'm
Oh
okay. I'm
God,
bad
that's
at
funny.
this. Jermaine was
Hey,
Major Domo.
Angie said Fuzzball was Jermaine because he was the only one that was worth a damn on the whole squad.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. She's like, oh yeah, he was the only one with talent. That's
Hold
the,
on.
that's
Hold
actually
on.
way worse to me. The
Hold
only one
on.
with talent.
Hold on. See, I got to stop you there.
Ooh,
Technically, I would have made Fuzzball Jackie because this was
Jackie,
I would have, and the only reason why I say that is because he and Mike did right. Can you feel it?
you know what I mean?
And that was a few years ago.
Come on, Jackie. You and I. You know, you're the only one that got writing skill in this whole family besides me. Mike, you can't write. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm paying your motherfucking car note. This is how Drake talks to the niggas that he writes with. Anyway, this is the exact same way Drake talks to the niggas that write his songs.
It's hold up, motherfucker. Hey, look, nigga, who paid off that damn Suburban?
Pulling out that shit. You remember that time you get that white girl pregnant and you need a Michael funded a couple abortions. I don't know why. Look, let's keep it.
Nah, I
Let's
get no,
keep
no,
it
no, no,
10
no,
stacks.
no.
He,
To make
he
sure,
funded a
D,
few of them.
no, D. To make sure that he stayed 100% out of the loop of it, he said, "Look, talk to like he's like talk to my accountant, have him talk to somebody at payroll under my staff.
You know,
Don't talk to me about this shit. I don't want to know."
hey, talk to my nigga Augie. Who? You know Augie that worked down on. You know Augie that worked downstairs. You are accountant? Yeah, talk to him. No, he gonna get you out of it, nigga. Because this is the last time, man. I'm tired of this shit, nigga. I'm like, I ain't the one that's gonna fund you. Yeah, yeah, yes, he. You know.
Lewis, I hate you.
Oh, you know he did.
Michael funded a clinic.
Look, 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 look. Here's Michael. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. 3 of them in Gary and my motherfucking family. All of these broke ass niggas. Boy, look, look.
Hold on, and just like how
I don't think Mike hated his family, but I think Mike hated his family.
no. Keep this in mind, sir. Keep this in mind. Prior to this, remember, he had just stopped touring with his brothers in the first place. And remember, he would have never toured with his brothers if it weren't for his mama. What was it about mamas in the 80s? Michael Jordan would have never went to Nike if it wasn't for his mama. And and we would have never got 3 Jackson tours if it weren't for Catherine Jackson.
Because let's keep it.
Michael, please do it. Your brothers need it. You don't need your brothers need you.
Because older Gen Xers and boomers are the same. Mama, mama, you know. All of y'all. I can go into the economic reason and why black men at that time were not around their young black sons and all the rest of that. I can go into that, but I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Because I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus was actually a real song that Mike wrote about a motherfucker that walked in his house that was actually banging out his mama that wasn't Joe Jackson. And I keep on telling y'all that was a real song. I'm gonna tell Mom Dad he meant that shit. And they were like, nah, Mike, don't. Because they knew Mike know he that shit, man. Dad gonna kill that nigga.
And Mike's like, nah, I'm telling.
Nah, I'm telling you, ain't telling nobody, Mike.
He's like, you ain't breaking up a happy home.
We ain't doing this shit, Mike. We ain't doing this shit. We making look, we ain't doing this shit. We 16, we smoking all the weed we ever wanted. You having sex with Diana Ross. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
we live in our best life in Encino.
Eris, you get molested by Dan Ross. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up. I wasn't 15. Shut up. Why you saying shit? Nigga?
Anyways,
Oh, I don't know if Eris's team Diana did something to that boy, but D is.
I would say that Mike was probably on that. He was on his Drake broken heart status when it comes to Diana.
I think he was Rihanna she was Rihanna and he was Drake in the situation of I don't even like you no more. Ha. I bet predator sex with you is overrated. Oh Jesus, yeah. The parallels are funny as hell. Anyway,
Check this shit out. So I gotta show you this image, right?
yes, sir.
So
yes,
you
sir.
know that that costume of Heidi and Odie is actually being controlled by two people.
Uh-huh.
I would like to show you the backstage image of these people out of costume.
So this is where that came from.
Correct, sir.
The day that Michael Jackson banged out two living women. Awesome. Hey, the Blondie. If anybody knows about the blonde, we all seen the blonde one. If you watched Living Color, she was the tiny Avenger, and she helped Handyman, and it was a cool episode and all the rest of that. I bet her coochie bad as hell, and I hope it might hit. Anyway, so
Hold on. See, now that makes sense because if that's true, then yeah, she hung out and smoked weed with Tony Cox.
oh yeah. That all happened. So I always wanted to know. I thought this was just like, hey, Mike loved the children. I mean, Mike loved the.
Bro, the fact that it was this bottle of Smirnoff vodka right here.
Man, Mike
Now,
hit that joint to the head.
I'm gonna keep it real
I'm
with
sorry,
you.
hold on. I'm sorry, Eris. What is that on his tie?
That's a reflection, D. That is a reflection. That is not what you
Okay.
think it is.
Eris. What's that on her foot?
Again, D. That you know how when climbers have to put salt on their hands.
Eris.
All right, let's be real. There was a food fight that happened prior to this. There was actual video footage of Mike doing this.
Ah, okay.
Of him actually, quote unquote, taking the bottle to the head when he really wasn't. The cap was on. You know, Mike don't drink.
You ruined my high, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but not sorry. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it some kind of real with MJ.
Despite what all we said, y'all, he did bang two midgets. That happened.
Nah, nigga. It was no.
You sit right there.
No, D. Let's keep one thing straight. While you are correct, it was a tag team with him and Tony Cox.
Don't.
I'm doing it.
Don't.
You took it there. I'm establishing the shot, sir.
George Lucas walking into the trailer.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I don't even want to know the mess. The carnage that strews about in that trailer. But that happened. Next day, Michael smoking a whole ass cigarette because he a nigga from Gary. Talking to Jermaine. So you know the little tiny ass nigga that was in Willow, right? The black nigga. Yeah. You know we fucked these two midget bitches. I ain't playing with you, nigga. You know Mike telling the truth when he dropped his voice. I ain't playing with you, bro. No. Hold on, here's this is how you know Mike's a smoker. See. See, what happened was the motherfucker. The blonde one, nigga, the blonde one. Nah, the brunette, she get it. Ooh. Look, we getting tiny ones next time we go over the tiny ones.
And how does Jermaine respond to that?
No, I actually started laughing because of how do you respond to that? Do, 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 do. Anyway, the one thing I will give this video airs is when he started dancing, it's Michael Jackson dancing. Now, there's a confession that me airs have to say because the first song that he breaks out with is
Wait before you get to that. Sorry,
oh
I didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
cut. I
It's
didn't
fine.
want to cut you off.
It's all good. It's
I
all good.
want you to check out Jerry Curl right behind Mike.
Yo,
That is Poppin' Pete, sir.
really?
Yep, that's Poppin'
Cool.
Pete. That was Poppin' Pete and his homeboy. Both of them straight out of the movie Breaking. They got
Yeah,
it. They got. I mean, was it? They got selected for this movie.
that is cool, man. That is popping Pete.
Timothy
Oh,
Solomon. But yes, Poppin' Pete is back there breaking, just doing it with Mike.
man, look at the gingerbread. Look at the gingerbread soldiers right there, yeah.
You're right.
And I'm just, look, Darius, we talk about it all the time about CGI, yada, 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 woodoo, woodoo, woodoo. This is the same thing. That's a lot of fucking money we wasted for one take. Good Lord, there's a lot of, that's a lot of string and a lot of,
I mean, I gotta say,
but I love it. I love it in a way because you have to be super ambitious for a project like this. You have to, you have to make it look all big and grand because this
yeah.
is this is equivalent to $60 million we are shooting away in for a 17-minute movie.
I mean, listen. Hollywood can blow 260, 270, 300, all kinds of multiple $100 million on movies that are way longer than this, and they flop.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's the equivalent of 60 million for 18 minutes? At least it's with, at least you're using the most popular pop star at the time, and let's be real, still is.
Yeah, you can pretty much do that.
Guaranteed. If they was to bring back Captain,
You know he was.
guaranteed. If they brought this back out today, there would be lines.
There would still be lines.
There would
Yeah.
still be lines at Disney World
I will believe it.
for Captain EO.
Mhm. I believe it, man. I like the one thing is that's the one thing. Well, you would get the reason why because just time passed and all that. I think if you bring it back in some type of special way, of course people will show up for it. You know what I mean? I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be
Well,
real. Like all attractions, yeah, you can imagine it lasting for about 5 years before it's like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're trying to move in the bluey ride in here now. So let's move it. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is $1 billion project. Let's go. Let's go. Cause that's just the way, that's the way a lot of these parks are when it comes to certain attractions. And Disney World is fucking Disney World. You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit crowded, and they want their stuff to be successful off the break. I believe this thing can run for a good 3-4 years. You know what I mean?
much
Again,
like
no
the
problem.
tribute,
Exactly.
See,
And
but here's
bring
the
out the
problem.
exact same way though.
Here's the problem with tribute, though.
Mhm.
Tribute only ran, and no one knew that it was ending in 2014 until the very last. I want to say probably the last month of 2014 of its run, when they made that announcement that as of such and such month, Captain EO, we're going to be taking it down, and we're going to be setting up the Guardians of the Galaxy attraction. The amount of petitions that went flying through the networks, the internets, if you will,
The internet.
to keep Captain EO just somewhere Epcot, somewhere Tomorrowland, somewhere, and not take it down completely was through the roof. But Disney ultimately made the decision to take it down.
Yeah. Forthcoming film. Because I look at it right here. They wanted to be for the snitch encounter. Of course, you got to put snitch on something fucking big down there. But it was getting moved over.
The
for
first
that.
time they took it down was for Honey, We Shrunk the Audience.
Exact. Yeah. Which
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I make that same shrug as well, because let's be real. What was the last Honey Eye thing to come out of Disney, especially in the 90s? This thing had a run from 86 to 98. Honey Eye, what was it? Honey, we Shrunk Ourselves. Wasn't that mid 90s.
Yeah, but that being said, it's a Disney attraction. And Disney attractions, and I actually hold it. Actually, what I just looked into this, how do we structure audience? How long did it last? It lasted for 10 years itself because it first was 94 to 98, then it got moved. I'm guessing over down to where it was from 99 to 2010. So it stayed up for a good minute. And guess what it got replaced by? Captain
The
EO.
Captain EO, yeah, the Captain EO tribute.
Life is a circle.
It's a
Life
full
is truly
circle.
a circle. I mean, in each one too. In each one, in Disneyland, in Tokyo Disney, and in Paris, and the one in Paris, they all got replaced for the same thing. So I guess the rides were similar. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
guess really that's where it falls on. You know what I mean? Because I see that with some other attractions and all that. Thank Defunct Land for making me learn about how fucking amusement parks go. Nigga, do you know it's been years since I've been to one, and I got a feeling my sons are going to be like, "Where the water at?" And they don't give a fuck about the rides.
Yeah, thanks to Defunct Land, I learned a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, and I don't even like motherfucking water parks now. I was like, ugh, I don't want to be in none of this shit. And this motherfucker has a cheery outfit like, hey, look, if you want to go to a amusement park, nigga, you told me every reason why not to feed into this capitalism, dog. So yeah, man. I think
But no, but you were about to mention about the song, by the way.
now the songs they had the first song that you and I we have to admit that you and I do not like.
I am
Uh
not a fan of this song. All right, listen. First of all, the lack of history, production history behind the song, "We Are Here to Change the World."
Now let me tell you something.
Ooh, sweet baby bouncing Jesus. This thing was recorded in 85 and it sounds every bit of 1985.
All right, now fun little thing. I was watching Internet Historian, and he was talking about the dude that talked about that dude that tried to do the whole little thing about Comey. Was it Comey 2016 or whatever it was 15, whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
whole Comey thing. But he was the dude that was behind it, and there was a video that him and his friends made years ago. It's terrible. It's cringe.
Okay.
But the song they used and parody was "Change." We could
We
change the
are
world.
we are here to
We're here to
change the
change the world. But
world.
they had changed some of the lyrics to make it sit. Like I said, it's cringe. But
Yeah.
Eris, here's the fun part for me. When I heard it, I was like, oh no. That is a deep cut. That is almost bottom of the iceberg. It's in there. Captain EO is probably like if there's
That is
six
severed artery deep.
if there's six levels of iceberg, if there's six levels of iceberg, Captain EO is probably around about two. You know what I mean? Just underneath the iceberg, because a lot of people haven't seen this thing. But
It's all over
that's
YouTube.
all. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
over YouTube. But like I say, it's still one of those things where I can guarantee you somebody like my wife is like who's about to hit 40 is like, I never seen this thing. What the
And I'm
fuck? You know what I mean? Like you're like, here's me, nigga. We seen it only 10 years ago.
yeah.
You never seen it? Seriously, it's like shut the fuck up. You ain't special. You had YouTube. Just sit and play. Like technology saved you.
That's
Don't do
why I
that.
say no. That is why I say that y'all have it easy. You can go on YouTube and watch this. No, it is not the same. Not even close to the same thing. You have to experience Captain EO in a theater.
Have to. I would expect it, especially to see that rock spin and go
Yes,
nowhere. And go nowhere. Hooter,
bruh.
I live yo.
Hold up. The part where Mike, where he gets entangled with the freaking whips and all that stuff, and he's yelling for Hooter to like to help him give him his freaking powers, and as soon as he bangs that freaking keyboard, and he unleashes, and you just see that,
His
bruh.
Goku. Ah!
When he goes Ultra Instinct. When he
Yo,
broke out and unleashed all that power, I was like, oh yeah, you got to experience this.
Eris, I thought when you saw it in there, this is you. Ah, god damn, Jesus. didn't age well. They actually hurt my eyes. I think this had to be like 2 effects that had to make you go, 80s.
That would have been the lasers. That would have been the in-theater laser shooting all over the place.
I bet it had to look insane. I'm just guessing in my mind what it had to look. You know what? That's the worst part about this. There's no recording of this inside the theaters.
No, there isn't.
So I can only
Much-
imagine what it looks like in my brain.
Because much like our movie screenings, whenever we go to the big ones, you know, the ones that are funded by the Mouse and Marvel,
The mouse.
when they got the security guards, 3 on each side of the damn theater with them with them night vision goggles and shit, looking for anyone holding up a phone or anything to try to record it. I mean, come on, can you imagine yourself in 1986? You got the big ass handy cam and you trying to film this shit at a Disney attraction.
Okay, real talk. They used to, I remember as a kid, my dad talking to my grandfather about, man, my dad didn't say motherfuckers. I don't know what my dad said back then, but it wasn't a cuss word. But he's like, yeah, they're telling me I can't film over here and I can't film. I'm like, man, get off my back, man. I'm trying to get, take care of my granddad. Like, yeah, you just trying to get it. Well, this is what you do. I don't remember what my granddad said.
But here's the problem. Anyone who would have attempted to take a camera into that theater to try to record it anyway would have just saw nothing but a massive blurry mess on screen. Because remember, you had to watch this with 3D glasses.
All right, now check this out, Eris. I do remember this. The one thing I did see down there, and I don't know what year it was. It was 1990. It had to be either 89 or 88, because the one thing I saw down there was the movie they showed before. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing that down in Disney, and it was wow, this is just kicking in. Oh my god, it was, when I say that the colors were so rich. Dog, I mean it, man. It was one of those good TV screens back in the 80s. Just like, I remember seeing that because I remember seeing the motherfucking refrigerator drop on Roger's head. In the movie theater, I remember kids. Anyway,
I was now.
And this one, I will never forget this. This one little white boy beside me, little fat white boy, like, oh. I will never forget that. Oh man, that's a memory that just kicked back in. That was wonderful. I like it. Thank you for that.
I will say, you know, Mike doing the big flash, and then him literally transforming the foot soldiers into into background dancers left and right, and then him like flashing the screen. I did have that feeling where I was like, well, my 2020 vision went to 16:2.
Harris. Okay, well, these can go to hell. Yeah.
I mean, it was just in your face, but at the same time, it was the build-up, like him transforming everybody, him spinning around, dancing, and doing all this other stuff. And I said, you know what? This should have just been. It should have just been this.
Yeah.
And then once he got all of them together, and they all like made their freaking march towards the queen, the song happened.
We got a fire room, no.
Bro, you said that this man was off beat.
Like, yo, look. Me and Eris have a back and forth when it comes to Quincy Jones, because Quincy Jones talks so much shit. I don't want to know what to believe with him. And at the same time, Eris is a fan of Michael, so Quincy didn't do nothing right in his eye. But here's the one thing,
I don't believe that 100%.
I know I'm playing with you, but here's the thing, Eris. Here's the thing, and I always say it. I heard what Mike wants shit to be like, and I understand you enjoy his creative process. I enjoy the fact that Quincy was there to say, no.
Like, I would imagine Quincy was probably somewhere at Hollywood Records going, hey, Smelly, come over here real quick.
Smelly. I remember that. I forgot that's what he called him.
He's like, hey, come here real quick. Nigga, do you hear this production? You sure you don't want me on this?
Come on, man. It's just off. It is just wonderful. It's just you high, ain't you? Little bit. Little bit. Just a little bit.
Like Michael. This song will never be on any album of yours.
Shit, all right. Actually, hold on. Shit, all right. Mike just dropped his voice.
Like, if he told him straight up, we are not putting that song on any album.
Come on, man. We gotta get it off the.
No.
You know, Mike tried for 2.5 seconds. It wasn't even a try. It was just like, it was just like, shit. I gotta move. Come on, man. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet. This was one of those things that happened outside of Quincy's watch. That man was sitting back and enjoying his success of Thriller. Because remember, the Thriller video did come out the year before.
I got so many white women.
He was just chilling, just enjoying himself.
Women and white women.
He probably knew that Mike was working on this. And when he heard that this song was going to be in there. Okay, you know how people love to argue and say that Michael never made a bad song in his life?
Mm-hmm.
God, this song pushes it.
Shut up. Michael made a few bad ones, and this is one of them.
No. I'm saying this one just really just bangs down that door of, can I please be the first one to be the bad song? I mean, it's a song that doesn't age well.
Yeah.
It's the production on it is super dated. And let's just be real. The other song that plays at the end of this is a much better version of this song.
Yeah, when you really think about it.
Another part of me is damn near not necessarily the exact same lyrics, but the concept and the meaning behind the words. It's a better written song compared to We're Here to Change the World.
Yo, when she came down, when all of a sudden she became, regular Angelica Houston.
Let's just be real. When she turned into Athena from here.
Kratos, what do you want? I came for you.
I mean, no, seriously. They turned into a Greek goddess at the end of it. And yes, Angelica, you looked chef's kiss.
I'm gonna be real with her. I only want her in golf makeup because I see her lines. Anyway,
yeah, when the light only hits her eyes and nothing else.
No, I'm talking about her white woman lines.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I always thought she was always a classic looking woman.
Oh,
handsome? No, just classic looking. She's not handsome. Anyway, so all of a sudden you hear do. Here's me, huh? This the one where Quincy didn't go over, isn't it? Because you can tell that the production is like half-assed.
I mean, you know that this is also an early version of that song.
That's what I'm saying. You can tell if that was like a demo of it younger or something. I would believe it.
It was an early version of that song. Like I told you, the bad recording session started in 85. And it went from 85 to 87. And this is one of the earliest songs to be added to the Bad album. Because it appeared in Captain EO first, and it showed up as not a remastered, but they went back and they perfected the master. They cleaned it up for one thing and sped it up slightly. They finished it. It was basically a completed version of Another Part of Me because it was the same lyrics.
Yeah. Just hearing that song compared to the other songs, like, oh god, so this is the good one.
Yeah, this is the good one. And they almost didn't. Another Part of Me almost didn't even make it to the Bad album.
Really?
Yeah, this was a song that almost didn't make it because number one, they recorded it earlier and it was using in the attraction. Number two, Guess what song was gonna replace it?
Which one?
Streetwalker.
Ugh.
Yeah. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad they stuck with another part of me, because I think they said they either saw Michael or Frank DeLeo dancing around the studio to that song when it was playing. They were like, "All right, it goes on the album."
The Michael was doing that little thing. Come on, y'all. Let's do it. Dance like me. We can't dance like you. That's why I'm Michael. Michael had an ego. He did have an ego. Michael did half the shit because nobody was gonna do the shit that he could fucking do. That's the reason why the motherfucker walked in, spun around and shit. Was that because he was high? A little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. It wasn't a driving force, okay? It just loosened him up.
I mean, let's be real about one thing here, sir. The song "We Are Here to Change the World" pretty much after this was ultimately buried
I
until
laughed.
it was buried until it showed up as a part of the Michael Jackson The Ultimate Collection album. It was the Ultimate Collection album that came out in 2004.
Oh, okay.
If you remember seeing what it looks like, like the famous shot of him wearing his dangerous costume and him doing the pose.
Oh, that one.
And it's a tall box that said the Michael Jackson The Ultimate Collection.
Yeah.
It was like 4 CDs, and like one of them came with like this extra CD with all these extra songs that had never been released, and that one was one of them. And it also came with the Live from Bucharest Dangerous DVD as well.
I think you told me about that one, man, because that was like you said. I remember you. I'm not when you started describing the one where he had his hands up. Like I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Because they were like certain box sets or certain best of collections of Mike. I kind of remember them. I remember I had the one where he was just like the essential Mike one, where it was the black and white one with him on. I think that was Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was either bad. I mean, not bad. I mean, he was a Beat It. It was either on Beat It or it was actually on Thriller. The picture was taken from Thriller or Beat It. I don't know, but it's in black and white. It's the essential one. It's like 32. It's like basically just the best of a Mike, pretty much.
Oh,
That's
the
the one
essential.
the essential one. Yeah.
The essential one. That's Thriller. That's Thriller.
That's
Mike.
Thriller. I thought so. Yeah.
Thank you, Mad Chocolate. Yes. I believe we all have at least a few aunts or uncles that got that set that I'm talking
Somebody
about.
got like one of them sets. You know what I mean? You know that shit. When you see that shit.
The one that I wanted though was the holiest of holies, and that was the Visionary set. The Visionary set, it was basically like a box that had his face on the front of it, but when you open it up, it's several CDs, and they were like, I guess, dual disc, because on one side is the CD side and the other side is the DVD, and basically the song would be like a hit song, right? Come with the instrumental version, yada yada yada. You flip it over to the DVD side, it's the video.
I like that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd be honest with you.
Yeah, folks, remember dual disc?
Dual disc. I remember that when it came to DVDs. When it came to DVDs, you had to flip them over.
Oh yeah, that was the worst.
Oh my god, man, archaic. Anyway,
Jim Jones had one actually. Diary of a Summer. Oh god, we're dating ourselves. Anyway,
Lord, we already doing Michael Jackson, Captain EO.
Well,
dating enough,
and not because we saw it on YouTube. I mean, I actually went to the shit, but
that's what you actually went there. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, when I looked up some more information on this, you can actually see it that this short film was definitely a tribute to stuff like Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, and the Star Wars movies.
You can tell, especially a Star Wars movie, because George like, okay, just flip it to the sides, and we're gonna spray paint it purple. Nobody can tell it's the same thing. Let's just do it. This is gonna be the only time I do anything with Disney. Disney can kiss my ass.
I really wish that
Disney can kiss my ass. I will never do nothing else for Disney ever. I will never give them anything. I was like, yes.
I really, really wish that that if Lucas never sold LucasArts to Disney, that if there was some way he could have got the rights to the Captain EO film, because the Star Wars movies made him plenty of money, he could have bought it because Disney wasn't doing nothing with it.
I think in this case, though, yeah, Stitching, so I don't want it. They can have it. He's that type of motherfucker. Same thing with but it's like, nigga, you didn't fight for, but still, whatever. We're not going.
Yeah, I mean, someone could have taken it, done something with it, because it literally just sat in the Disney vault and still continues to sit in the Disney vault. That's one of the few things, CJ. I know how we love to talk about Disney Plus is pretty much the vault opened. No, there's still a lot of stuff that they have straight up deleted, yeeted, or whatever off of Disney Plus that has not been there since year one of Disney Plus.
You would
Marvel 616.
You would think this. You would think this in some capacity would came out. I can understand why they think it would have had no audience for it, but at the same time, don't put this on Disney Plus.
Everybody's been saying it. At the very least, put it on Disney Plus.
Put it on Disney Plus. Put it in 4K.
IMAX enhanced.
Yeah, exactly. IMAX enhanced. Make it a little tribute to Michael Jackson on his birthday or some shit. Get the fucking ratings and kick it. Look, and just keep it real. Kick it off the fucking app in 2 years. Or
at the next, or at the next another wild ass fucking Stretch Armstrong level allegation that pops up again.
Stretch Armstrong. I believe if there's an allegation from Mike next, it ain't going to be the one where we think it's going to be. It's like, what did the Mike do? What? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Those are 5 dead bodies. What? No, he did. Like, yo, this is stupid. This is stupid. Dave Chappelle. You see, they're trying to put them bodies on that nigga. That's stupid as hell. That's stupid though. Like into the investigation, like a year later, like as they go into it, like, oh, Mike did this shit. Like, fucked up.
Or I'm a really reach in the dark territory with this one. Somebody photoshops his name on a certain list that got released today.
Wait a minute, they finally released that show today?
I heard there's been rumors that either someone leaked it or it got released or something. Either way, it's out there. The shit's floating around somewhere.
And
like I said, somebody photoshopped. Somebody used old English font and put Michael Jackson's name on it.
Not only that,
that'd be terrible.
No, like this.
Yes, I agree. Man, Chuck would put EO and Jet Jackson on Disney Plus in February for Black History Month.
Why in the world is Jet? Oh yeah, why is Jet Jackson not on?
You know the reason, man.
Well, I know, but still, why is it not on there?
The same reason why the Michael Jackson episode was removed from the Simpsons collection.
I stand by. Why is it not on there?
Even when the shit turned out to be false, they refused to put it back.
But I don't mean to take it off of Mike, but no, for real, for Jet Jackson at least, though, come the fuck on. Do you know how fucking popular that show? I will admit that Jet Jackson was too young for me. It's a smidge too young for me. I was already watching everything, but I knew the impact that it had on the Black community, young kids. Niggas, I know people that love that show, and it ain't on Disney. How is that even what? Burn the app! Like it don't make no sense. Like I said, as a nigga that ain't watched this show like that, yo, burn this app. How's Jet Jackson out on that?
Let me tell you something, man. It's because of stupid stuff like this. The lack of Captain EO, Jet Jackson, the fact that they keep yeeting shit off of the app is the reason why piracy is still going strong.
Yeah, 'tis true.
Because it's like
piracy, be good.
Because think about it. The fact that you got to juggle around with several streaming apps every time, I don't know, a Spider-Man movie gets yanked off of Disney Plus and it goes floating over to Hulu, and only for it to get yanked off of Hulu and it goes over to Netflix, only to get yanked off of Netflix and it goes over to HBO Max. Like, it's just one big shit circle. And
Well,
no,
once you go to HBO Max, I'm in deep shit because D doesn't have HBO
I don't
Max.
have him either. I canceled my HBO Max.
Man, look, HBO Max, no bullshit. They was on my credit card for another year and a half, and I kept on deleting it. They wanted to delete it. I was so fucking mad over that shit. I finally got that shit off, man. There's been a difference in the last 2 months of not seeing HBO on my shit. Oh my god. I'm like,
Louis, you ain't lying. Jet Jackson was Entourage for black kids.
yeah, yeah, yes, it was. Degrassi was The Wire for white kids.
Oh God.
So, Eris.
Let me say, I would like to add, by the way, going back to the shirt, you could get something like this on eBay, or let's be real, you can go on Etsy and get, get that same shirt printed. Hell, you can actually get the shirt that Michael wore as Captain EO. You can get the rainbow stripe.
And
I
think that's the one I'm gonna look for a Michael Jackson shirt. I think I'm gonna get a rainbow stripe. And real talk, I can be lazy with it. Oh, it's the gay pride shirt. It's my gay pride shirt. Yay.
And not really, because this is really just 3 colors.
It's only 3 colors, so it ain't
It's
a
only
full
3
rainbow.
colors. Like, go, like put it back up.
Hold on. There's that. There you go.
Yeah, it's literally just that. A strip of blue, a yellow, and it's mostly red.
Actually, I think I might like that. I think I gotta look for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually might like that. All right. So, Eris.
Like I said, give me the jacket, nigga.
So
I need that jacket.
So next time y'all hear us talk about Michael Jackson will be next month, or it's going to be released next month. DJ Sue, we're not going to tell y'all what's going on yet, but we got to get the time straight for that. But for the Valentine's Day special, dude, I really want us to do it. It's going to be Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. The story about how Michael Jackson went to ancient Egypt and went to the Pharaoh and said, "Your bitch is mine." Then had all his servants behind him dancing with him, doing this and all that shit. And it was just disrespectful. All that shit. It's just really disrespectful.
He didn't just come. He didn't just go to say, "I'm taking a girl." It's more like, "Hey, your pharaohness. I hit it first.
I'm him. I've
been him,
and I will continue to be him. I'm that nigga.
I'm smoking on that uranium."
See, you've been listening to it, have you?
Oh yeah,
Dracula Flow is one of the best things in the world. Yo, the one where I fell out was my man said, "Fuck it, I'll eat the ops." I fell out.
Like, I'm him.
I've been him. I will continue to be him. Smoking on this Zaza, fucking up my circadian rhythm. I'm like, yes, my nigga. Oh my god. But this was the story about, and at the end of that shit, Michael turned to the Pharaoh and did this.
That will never not be funny.
I just like the fact that the way Mike,
he just put it up. It's like, let me help you with that.
and the look of smile on his face is what. Shoot it, do it. I want you to take it out. Just take me, Lord, take me, Jesus. You're doing the right thing right now.
And it sucks because I really don't need Sony, Epic, EMI, or CBS coming after us if we try to play any clip of Mike. I really don't. I really wish that we could play the clips.
Now that we did it for Bad, because just real talk, I didn't give a crap on Bad because me and Eris had to sing the part doing wrong so bad. But the problem about that was also because we could have played those clips, they end up taking it off of YouTube anyway. So who knew? I had to go to more hoops. But that being said,
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do something. extracurricular like what you did for 3-0.
Hey dog, do you know if you go back to the live show and you see that with the upside down and all the rest of that, it still got muted. Nigga,
What?
I'm
No.
mad.
I'm so
I
I
am
told you to
mad.
pitch it. I told you to pitch the
Pitch it.
audio.
Pitch it. Look. This is why like
Either pitch it, slow it down, chop and screw it. I don't care. Do something.
like outside of a watch party, which you can still kind of do with Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson is not that super copyrighted, but it's weird. It's weird, man. But whatever. But like I said, next time you hear us talk about Michael Jackson, it will be about Remember the Time. Me and Bam is going to show up again. I don't know what's going to be about, but that being said, uh, DJ Sue, it's been fun talking to you, brother.
As always, same here, sir.